Free will. Free will and consciousness. They're the same thing, right? You can't have one without the other. Consciousness is everything, right? It has no beginning or end. It's just here and now. Where does it come from? It just is. I am that I am, right? It just everything has to come from something. That's just what, saying that thing, like nothing can come the greatest something. Well, consciousness can create everything, so where does consciousness come from? You're just conscious. Probabilities of you experiencing something or, creating something that, is already there waiting to be experienced, maybe. Everything is already there waiting for you to experience it. So, they're the same thing, right? They're the same thing. Consciousness and free will are the same thing. You can't have one without the other. They're synonyms or whatever. They're metaphors too, but, you can't have one without the other. Consciousness without free will. You can't, consciousness, in order to be true consciousness, you got to have the free will there. Otherwise, it's not actual consciousness, right? It's just the thing is, some might say the problem is that everything is dense here, and you cannot always tell that you have that free will, that you have that creative essence. At the same time, the free will can't exist without the consciousness. You got to have the consciousness in order to have the free will, because consciousness creates everything. In order to be truly consciousness, it has to have free will. So anyway, and that's why the world's the way it is, guys, because of people misusing their free will. Now, free will is, we have the ability to create a crappy, controlled reality, or we have the ability to create a wonderful reality, and that's how we all come here, is through love making. A man and woman making love, and that's how we all, we come from this. Hopefully, we come from this spiritual place, and we just, we incarnate in these bodies. We don't meat suits, and we don't. These bipedal organisms, we don't remember, because we're subject to the mind. We get passed down the hole, down into the fucking physical realm. And then we're here for a limited time, because it's just like with batteries, just like we got to recharge every night. Where are we recharging at? What's giving us the recharging? Why is it that we recharge, Batteries to run this matrix, right? Because that's our true essence. That's the consciousness that I'm talking about. Everything's within. Everybody's been made to believe that everything's out there. You got to go get it. Money's at the root of this. We created money, so that means that we're the evil, that use our free will. We fuck everything up. Don't have to be that way. I mean, it's a dense reality, and you have a dense reality, people are going to fucking kind of try to control each other, and, that kind of thing. I mean, come on, guys. It's just, you got to realize that we're doing this to ourselves, and we create everything, and we, it's just every, action, equal and opposite reaction. They do all the corrupt crap, and then we get angry about it because we don't want to live like that, right? But if they was to do something nice, then we'd probably get spoiled, right? If we was just laugh and sing and play games all day in the swimming hole or whatever, we'd probably eventually get spoiled, right? Or we wouldn't really care if somebody. Have you seen that movie where they're way in the future and they're just sitting there watching somebody go down the river and everything? That's. We'd probably get like that, where we just don't really care. I mean, we're all just gonna die anyway. We all got this sense of knowing that we exist beyond this place, and people have been, brought up to think that, take everything seriously. There's nothing serious about this place, and the fact that we make it that way with our free will. It's just, everything is just consciousness until it creates something with its free will. because you can't have one can't exist without the other. I mean, otherwise it ain't real consciousness. Everything's consciousness, so everything has free will. Everything go both ways, light and dark. It's all a matter of which one you focus more on and which one you put more emphasis on. As I said before, and these people on the internet, which I highly recommend you look into it, the emotions. Emotions are a direct indication as to how in sync you are with your mind or your soul or your spirit, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We're just using our free will basically against ourselves, because these corrupt people, they put it that way, and then the decent people have to suffer. And they don't want anything to do with this crap, right? But they're forced to deal with it. It shouldn't be that way. You bring kids into the world, it should be a place of, harmony and games and just enjoyment and some. It's like, oh, but then the work won't get done. The work is just, that can just be done on, that'll take care of itself. It's like that saying the other thing. No, it's just other people take care of it for you, and you think it takes care of itself. Well, yeah, because we've created it that way. We can have a world where everybody just helps each other, and dare I say it, love each other, because we're living in a world of poverty and all these people starving. I see all these ads about, oh, you need to help the children or the dogs and cats or the charity thing. Fuck you. I don't know these people with all these millions and billions of the paper that we created and we print out every day. Why don't they help? Why should I have to help? They don't help me. I mean, all these people, all these work placements. That's what I'm getting at, guys, because you got the work placements. There shouldn't be a system where you only have one person doing this, like a work position, and another person in this place. I've said it time and time again, why don't we just have a set amount of money or whatever paper money coming in the mail so everybody can provide? If everything has to be transactional like that, I mean, if that's the only way people know how to live, then let's fix it to where we got one guy coming in one day, another guy coming in another day, and then it just won't be just one person working 4 or 5 or even more days a week at a job position. I mean, it could be this way, but this is, the people got this thing like, oh, it's never going to change, or oh, this life was gotta be this way. You got to work hard in order to be worth something. Yeah, because you make it that way, motherfucker. And it's always people, like I've heard it said, like, it's just you're confusing the lack of interest with laziness. We're not lazy. We're not interested in this stuff. All these job things and whatever, I mean, if you even have a job, sometimes you got to have more than one to survive with everything being as high as it is. I mean, it shouldn't be like that either. It's all a damn scam. It's corruption. These job things they ask you is like, okay, are you interested in this? And it's like, no, but I got to say that I'm interested because I got to provide for myself when we're all going to die anyway. When it shouldn't be like that in the first place. And this is how we're using our free will. It's a misuse of free will. Because nobody wants to be miserable. Who the hell wants to be miserable? That's why they call it misery. Oh, I love being miserable. No, give me a break. No, you don't. You're lying. I see through your lies. Come on, guys. Nobody wants to be fucking miserable. But we've created a world where everything has got to be based off a piece of paper and just the idea that you get, because that's, it's an idea, that's all it is, that's all anything ever is, and it's an experiment that just won't go away, because people just are afraid of change, they're afraid of using their free will to create an environment where everything is just about just helpfulness, and, just people like to swindle, most people just like to swindle each other, let's just be honest, and, the word evil is the word live spelled backwards, the belief that you got to go out there and get everything, the belief that you got to have this in order to have that, I got to give you this in order for you to give me that, this for that, tit for tat, whatever. Doesn't have to be that way. We could have a society where everybody just helps each other and, whatever. Well, we're not living in that world. We're living in a world of corruption. They lock you away for the rest of your life just because you had to say something about it, or you had to get upset about it, or you didn't just conform like everybody else. And if the world's going to be like that, you shouldn't bring kids into it. Because it's going to create more suffering. It's going to go more pain and misery. I mean, we're just misusing our free will. Consciousness and free will are the same thing. It's been this way numerous times, over and over again, throughout the so-called history of this, very short history compared to the eternity of how long Earth has been here. We're just always trying to fucking go for something more than what we are. It's just, biblically and physically and just spiritually and everything. It's just, we're always trying to, it's just nature. It's just trying to swindle each other so it can survive when it's going to perish eventually anyway. Everything moves on without you once you leave physical existence. So why not just make it a happy one? Why has it got to be miserable? Because it ain't worthwhile unless it's miserable. How is that going to help anything? How is that going to help you improve spiritually? How is that going to improve this consciousness? If the meaning of life is to improve consciousness, then how is it going to improve anything if you're misusing your free will to create a malicious environment? That's not going to do anything but make people rebellious and angry, and people want to, there's people having to starve to death, people not being able to pay for any medical expenses or whatever. Everything's modernized. We're just discovering all the stuff that's already been there all along. We just complicate things. People like to complicate things. People like to make things way more difficult than they have to be. They just got this ego. Ego always gets in the way of just simply helping. Nobody can trust each other. Nobody can just love each other. It's fucked up. Is his life's going to be like that? No. I mean, if life is not going to be like that, then go ahead and bring kids into it. I mean, we're still going to suffer. There's still going to be suffering no matter what. But it won't be as bad as it is now. So, yeah. With that in mind, just think about that. It's just this, because we exist beyond our mind. We exist beyond our thoughts. We exist beyond our emotions. This is all temporary experience we're having. We create everything. This is like a training ground for your consciousness. I've heard it said. I mean, you can believe whatever you want, but it's still the fact that you're even aware that you exist. That is a direct indication that this is all just free will and consciousness. And it's just a matter of what state it's in and what it's experiencing and how it's evolving. Because we're already perfect consciousness, and we're just having an experience. Okay, so anyway, guys, I think I might take a break. If not, just forget I said that. This is a Black Hole. Love you all. Peace. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys again when the time is right. And yeah, bye-bye for now. Over and out.